Hi and welcome back. So today I'm going to do a copper orange glam, super glam. I'm really feeling like lashes and like everything just to make myself feel a bit better about the fact that we're stuck in the house a little bit. So yeah, why not? So to prime my eyes, I'm going to use a MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour Extend Eye Base. Obviously you don't need to use this if you're not planning on wearing your makeup a long time, but why not? I just apply this with my fingers and also just take a little bit underneath. I'm also just going to take a little bit of concealer onto my eyelids. This is just a Maybelline brightening creamy concealer, just because I don't like when you can see your skin through your eye makeup when it's super glam. The palette I'm going to be using today is the Tati Beauty palette. Love this palette, and I'm going to kind of use some of this like orangey line and this brown line. We shall see how it goes, but yes, I'm very excited for this. So I'm just going to take this MyKitCo by Blending Shadow Brush Large, and I'm going to go in with this shade Soothe, and I'm just going to fluff this into the crease and a little bit up. So this is kind of going to be like our blending shade. I want this kind of all over. So I kind of place the product in the crease and then I just do big circles, and this helps blend it all the way up to the brow bone. I'm not taking loads of product at a time, just a little bit. But Tati Beauty shadows just blend like so easy. So I think that's quite a nice amount of depth. I'm going to take a smaller brush now. This is a Morphe JH33 brush, so it's just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go in with this dark shade here, Ritual. I'm going to stick this really tight to the crease. So this is going to go into this part here that is in between your eyeball and your brow bone. So kind of just create this like gorgeous definition. And a bit more, we want to pack the colour on before we start blending it. I'm going to take this all the way across today because we're going for some sparkle. Why not? Why not make it dark and smoky? So I've taken it all the way into that inner corner. So you can see we've got quite a nice bit of depth there. I'm going to match it on the other side and then we're going to blend. So going back with this one, I'm going to take a little bit of that first shade on my brush, Soothe, and I'm just going to go directly on top of the shadow we just put down. And just windscreen wiper motions back and forth. This is just going to soften that shade, and then you can go for your big circles once you've kind of got all the eyeshadow off the brush, and that's just going to help it move around a little bit, softening everything. And you can see the difference already right being blended. And then we're just going to repeat that process and deepen and then blend out again. Back with this one, back with that first shade, and repeat that process. Cool, so we're looking kind of smoky now. It's looking great. I'm going to go in with a clean brush. This is slightly bigger. This is a Morphe JH32. Like this, it's a rounded one. We're going to go in with this orange shade, which is Story, this one here, and this is going to go in between the two shades. This is a really strong orange, so this might start looking like a pumpkin, but I'm here for it, loving it. It's a super long brush, so kind of going in between the two colours. we're going to go back with our first one, nothing on this, and just soften everything. And on a little flat brush, this is a 239 from MAC. I'm going to take this matte shade here, this, what is it, Aura, which one? It's just a matte pink tone, and I'm just going to touch under the brow bone, bring a bit of light back, and then soften it with this brush. Now, this is where the fun starts. So I'm going to go in with the glitter from this orange Storyline, which is, yeah, Story, at the top. And I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to go straight on the eye. I mean, come on now, this is fab. So we're going to do the skin, we're going to come back to the eyes and see where we're going to go with it. For my skin, I'm going to do it a similar way to how I did it in my last video because I really liked the look of it. Using my Bobbi Brown skin palette, I'm going to take the shades Warm Walnut and Warm Almond, so this one and this one. I've just got it on the back of my palette, and I'm just gonna kind of bronze the skin up before we go in with foundation. So I'm gonna do a bit of cheekage. The key to this is to not be too scared because this is all underneath your foundation, so it doesn't really matter how blended it is or isn't because you don't really see it too much. Almost just gives you like a sun-kissed glow from underneath. And of course it is going to be a bit orangey and not like a contour shade because it is somebody else's skin tone. It's not meant to be contoured with. You can see that my forehead already looks just like super healthy and like the way it would if you've been on holiday, and I'm really blending that into the hairline because there's nothing worse than having a white line ring around your head. If you have blonde roots, do not do that because you will end up with an orange circle. Just blend that cheekbone in a little bit more, and then just hit under the jaw as well. Blend like here by the ear is a really nice place to take it because it kind of like cuts that edge off. And then I'm also going to do a Scott Barnes little lip trick, which is just to take it around the lips. Have a little bit of lip balm on, but it shouldn't really affect it. Look like I've been eating chocolate yogurt. I know, let's do a cheeky nose contour. Never do a nose contour because I don't actually mind my nose too much. And we're looking hella scary, which is great. Now we're going to go in with the lightness. So I'm going to take some of the corrector first. So I'm going to take a bit of Porcelain Peach, which is this one down here. Scrape some of that out. And just hit that under the eyes. And then we also like to take this up here as well. Just brings you a bit of lightness up here. Just like this is cute because it's got a nice little angle so you can kind of swoop up like that, which is lovely. And then I'm going to take some of like just the normal concealer down center of the nose, A little bit on the chin. And then also just on that forehead bit, just bring a bit of lightness back. I'm not going too light, I'm kind of going like just like one shade lighter than my normal skin tone. So I've just taken a little bit of the lighter underneath that bronzer as well. So you got bronze, light, bronze, light. I'm going to go in with Bourjois Healthy Mix. This is in the shade Vanilla, which I'm hoping isn't too light. But the key to like the foundation choice that you choose if you do something like this is for it to not be full coverage. There's nothing worse than doing all this hard work and then going in with a full coverage foundation, because you're just not going to see what's underneath. And also your brush choice. So I've gone in with a duo fiber brush because you're not going to get great coverage from a duo fiber brush, because it doesn't allow, it's not a dense brush, so it doesn't allow the full coverage. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Let's just get it on the face. So really lightly just, and this is a little bit too light, but we shall see. So I'm going to start down here with the jaw. Take it over the lips as well, where we've kind of done the Scott Barnes lip. Really lightly buffing, you don't want to kind of like move all the work underneath. And like that, you can still see the depth underneath the foundation, but it's just kind of merged everything together and nothing's looking too scary. So I'm going to take the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette in Intensity 2, looks like this, and I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to dip into this dark shade and I'm just going to contour exactly kind of where we've just been, but because this is a cool toned product, because it's designed for contouring, this is going to create that shadow. Only need a tiny bit of this product. And I'm barely putting any pressure on my face. It's like really little circular movements. Just the tip is touching. That's what she said. And then I'm just gonna, I like to do a bit of a narrow in here. I feel like it makes my face look smaller this way. A bit of a narrow face. And then you can do the same again, just knocking this back. So under the chin and jaw. Which you can always knock back with your foundation brush. And my favourite bit is this bit here. Because if you cut this off, and you again cut this corner off, it makes your face look slimmer. If you've already got a narrow face, don't do it. Back with the foundation brush and just softly go over that so it's not too intense. Just this bit, not the cheeks. I need a little bit more coverage under my eyes, so I'm going to use my Chanel concealer. This is in shade 20, just on this dark bit here. And then buff it in with that brush that we put the corrector on to begin with in. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder under eye and face. This is shade, I think it, 1 Fair. And I'm just going to put this on a JH02 brush. It's just a massive fluffy brush, and just going to pop this all over the face. Not loads of it, just a little bit, just to kind of set everything in place. And then for bronzer today, I actually feel like I might just take a little bit more on my forehead, but I think the rest of my face is actually looking quite good. I'm going to use a MyKitCo bronzer. This is in Unexpected Paradise 01 Warm Honey on the same brush, and just bronze that forehead up. I think my cheeks are looking lovely, so I don't need any more bronzer on there. For blusher, I'm going to use one from MAC. This is MAC Margin on a JH06 brush. Love this brush for blush. Just on the apples of the cheeks. You need quite a lot of this. It's just super natural tone blush. So when you don't really like blush, it's lovely. So, blush is on. I'm just going to go in with the under eyes. So I'm going back to the palette and a little pencil brush. I'm just going to take the dark colour and the orange mixed together. I'm going to run this underneath. We want to go full blown out smokes. So, no being too polite with it. We want it all the way across. Spice this up. And then you can go in with this huge brush and that first ever colour we use, the Soothe, and just run that underneath. It's gonna like really smoke everything out. No harsh lines. Lovely. Right, I'm just gonna go put some mascara on and some lashes, and I will see you back when it's like fluttering away. So it started going dark, so I'm sorry that the lighting has changed a little bit. So I've popped the Tati lashes on. These are in the style TL6, which is my favourite style at the moment, and I've also put some MAC coffee liner in the waterline because I felt like it needed a little bit of something. So let's go back to skin and let's do a bit of highlight, and then we're just going to do the brows and the lips and we're all done. So I'm going to use the Illuminate Oh My God highlight. Love this one. It's just a dead beautiful highlight if you don't fancy something sparkly. It's just like gorgeous and sheeny. Some down the nose and top lip. And then I'm also just going to take some like actually on the brow, because we've not done the brow hairs yet. It's just going to catch that brow bone. Might as well just do a little bit here too above. Why not? Let's sparkle everywhere. So brow wise, I'm going to use my Glossier Boy Brow to begin with. This is in the shade Brown. And again, I like to scrape the product off the spoolie because it's just so wet. And just give it a comb through. And then we can see where actually does need to be filled in. I can see that there's some bits that need filling in, so I'm going to use my NYX micro pencil in Ash Brown, just on the kind of arch. That's the bit that really needs it. For lips, I'm going to do a nude lip today. I'm going to use the Morphe lip pencil in Chippy and just line the lips. Slight overdraw. I don't like to overdraw too much on the top lip, but I like to definitely get this overdraw right at the bottom because it makes it nice and pouty. And then I got one of the Lisa Eldridge lip glosses. Obsessed with these. I got 3 of them. This is in the shade Muse, and it just feels like a lip balm. They're amazing. Not great if you're wearing a mask, but quite like putting it on and wiping it off and just like feeling the almost treatment on my lip. Even when you wipe it off, there's like a residue almost. It doesn't stick to your mask. And this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm sorry that the lighting started to go, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. If whatever you want to see next, just let me know and I will do it. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this super sparkly, glowy, full glam. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!